Yo, what's up, guys? Hey, MP here. I'm working from my lovely home, and I've got a problem because I want to work on this amazing WC factory that's going to take care of all of your web component needs. There's just one problem. I have terrible internet. I am one of the 25% of the population that has absolutely horrible internet that is forgotten about by the other 75%. Shame on you. Being a dev on 3G, I obviously have to get a little bit creative. Whenever I want to work on something like this that has a lot of Docker stuff going on, I'm not going to work on it from here. It just takes forever. So what am I going to do? So typically I would try to download as much stuff at work as possible. That way whenever I get home, I don't have to worry about that. And having a pre-built Docker image is awesome because I have those dependencies right there. However, if there's a change, I need to rebuild it, well, then I'm kind of screwed. So I started using DigitalOcean, and what I'll do is I'll just spin up a quick server, install my Docker dependencies, work on what I need to, and then just get rid of it, and it cost me a few cents. So I wanted to walk through what that process looks like here. So we're going to install WC Factory on DigitalOcean. Alright, so I'm going to log into my DigitalOcean account here. Even the website's slow. Alright, so after I get in, I'm going to go to droplets and create a droplet. Now the droplet that we make doesn't have to be extremely fast. It just needs good internet. Luckily, all of these do. So instead of picking just Ubuntu, I'm going to pick one of the one-click apps where Docker is already installed. Then I'm going to choose my size. I'm just going to pick the 1 gigabyte. Well, let's just go crazy and get the 2 gig. I'm not going to add any backups or data centers. So I am going to add my local laptop's SSH key, which is very useful for logging into the machine. I'm going to rename this WC Factory. Hit create. So it only takes about 10 seconds to spin up. DigitalOcean's pretty fast about it. All right, and it's done. So the only thing that I need to get from here is the IP address. So hover over it and click copy, and that'll copy it to your local clipboard. From there, we're going to open up your terminal of choice, and you're going to want to run root at and paste in that IP address. So if you're logging in for the first time, it'll ask you if you want to continue, and boom, that's it, we're in. So something that is still very obvious that we're on bad internet is as I type, there's an obvious lag. So that is the one thing that you have to get used to, but it's worth it. So I'm just gonna poke around in here, see where we're at. Okay, we're at root here. I'm not going to really configure it in any way. I think Git's already installed, so I'm just gonna git clone here. And after that's cloned, I'm going to cd into WC Factory. And we're going to run docker compose build. So man, I can already tell that this is way faster. I should run a ping and see how fast it is, but this is light years faster than my internet. Alright, so that finished. It probably took about 30 seconds. At my house, that might have taken 20 minutes. So pretty big time savings. So now that we have the Docker images built locally, we can use it by running docker compose run WC Factory and then our command. So let's run docker compose run WC Factory. Init. Now what the init command is going to do is it's going to walk us through setting up our first mono repo. So let's say Gotham, at Gotham, let's just say AMP, sure. All right, so after we went through the init function, it scaffolded out those files for us, and now it's running through the install process. All right, hey, it finally worked. So it looks like since we gave it a fake get URL, it failed. What did we expect? So it should have set it up in this temp directory here. So I'm going to cd into it, docker, and then wc factory. All right, cool. It looks like it set it up. So this would be our new mono repo where we could start making all of our web components. Now in production, you would not want to have this under the temp directory under your wc factory core files. You'd want to put that somewhere else. But for development purposes, it's really helpful to have it in temp. Now what I want to do is test the new command in our CLI and see how that's working. So I'm going to cd back into. So now I'm going to type docker compose run wc factory new. And now we're prompted with a list of questions to fill out for creating a new element in WC Factory. So let's make a lit element. Element name will be go pens. So now it's going to ask if we want to add custom properties to it, of course. It's also going to ask if we want hacks integration, of course. New property, let's say victory. Oh, and it looks like I messed that up. So it's going to run through the install process. So something to fix. All right, so we finally ran into our bug that we were looking for. So what I'm going to do is just sort of play around with it here on good internet and see if I can find out what the issue is. So thanks for joining me. Remember, whoever out there that can give me good internet, I would appreciate it.